Every 2 years, the governing body of high school sports in the state of Texas, the UIL, realigns the districts in an attempt to make things more even and more competitive across the board. Well, this year we knew things would be different thanks to the addition of Class 6A. So everything gets moved up in classification. For example, the current District 21-5A with Westbrook and Memorial remains the same, but will now be called 21-6A. After that, though, the changes weren't as simple. The old District 24A will, for the most part, become 22-5A, and it'll look like this. LCM and Livingston are out, and Goose Creek and Baytown Lee are in. That's different there. Now, for Class 4A and below, which is the current Class 3A teams, districts were split into Division I and D2 for the first time. So we now have teams in 4A D1 like District 10, LCM basically dropping down in classification to remain 4A with the likes of Bridge City, Jasper, and Silsbee as the locals in this group. And in District 9, 4A D2, it's home to just 5 teams, with 4 of these teams automatically making the playoffs. In fact, 16 of 20 Class 4A teams out of our region will make the playoffs in football. We don't have time to show every district that involves our area teams right here on air, but if you want to see more, you can visit Fox 4 Sports online at fox4beaumont.com. Now, all of this wasn't released until 9 a.m. this morning sharp. That's when they opened boxes like this, and the fun began. Fox 4's Andrew Chernoff was there, and he has more.
All right, everybody, I've got 9 o'clock.
Finally, 9 o'clock. It's time to open the box that has the new district alignments.
I'm telling you, this is the best kept secret in America. Nobody ever knows what's going to happen.
That is, until you have the papers in front of you.
The districts we got put in, that was one that nobody had that.
Newton head football coach W.T. Johnston was not the only one surprised to learn about his new district. Other coaches had similar views about where their schools were placed.
On paper, the district looks like it got a little tougher, but we don't complain about the things that we can't help. You know, if the ref throws a holding call, then we don't complain. We just line up and make sure we keep our hands inside next time.
The 5-team district is a surprise. So looking for a few games in there, and and you got to fit an open weekend there somewhere. So you always have an idea what you think it might be, and it was a little bit of a surprise.
As Coach Harris alluded to, once the districts were announced, some coaches had to start making phone calls in order to fill the open dates on their football calendar by scheduling non-district games.
It's part of it, a little bit of stress there because there's nobody else. There's not a bunch of people lining up to play West Orange Stark, but I got to have football games. I'll play anybody, anywhere, anytime.
On days like today, does your cell phone bill go up a little bit?
Just a little bit. That's all right. I got to catch one right now.
Extra copy.
Some coaches, though, did have their visions come true today.
It happened just like we thought would happen. Newton went down and Buna came in, so we have an 8-team district and a lot of familiar faces.
Well, it's about what we expected. We knew Newton was probably going to go out, and we knew Buna was probably coming in, so it wasn't really a surprise.
For those coaches, they did not have to worry about walking out the door with their team's schedule still in flux. At the Region 5 Education Service Center, Andrew Chernoff, Fox 4 Sports.